Nkwanda has been the driving force behind activities in the Fifth Avenue community and a multitude of civic projects in Gainesville for over 25 years. She co-founded the Cultural Arts Coalition and the Fifth Avenue Arts Festival in 1979. She's been the coalition's director ever since, and with the help of a steady growing army of volunteers, she has cultivated the festival. Nkwanda was born in 1953 and grew up on a farm near Grandin, Florida, which is between Melrose and Palatka. She attended high school in Palatka, but dropped out after she became pregnant at the age of 14. Her family helped her raise her daughter, and in the mid-1970s, she moved to Gainesville. She became involved in theater and met Deborah David, an actress from Chicago. David was involved in the civil rights movement, and through David, also became involved. David mentored and the theater group they were involved with produced the first Fifth Avenue Arts Festival. When was growing up, she used to spend summers in Gainesville and had fond memories of the Fifth Avenue neighborhood. It was an energetic and thriving place of African American commerce. When she moved to Gainesville in the mid-1970s, the neighborhood was in decline. She and her friends started the Fifth Avenue Arts Festival to bring back to the neighborhood some of the vibrancy that she remembered. The festival started out as a few people reading poetry in a vacant lot in front of an audience of a few hundred. Today, the Fifth Avenue Arts Festival attracts thousands. The quality of the festival continues to grow as organizers focus on bringing outstanding cultural programming to the community. Sponsorship gets larger every year, and community support broadens. Commented, "I'm steadily trying to get international visual and performing artists, and I would like to see an international cultural exchange program go on as an outgrowth to the festival." But the Fifth Avenue Arts Festival is only the beginning of community work and accomplishments. She worked for 8 years as a resident training instructor at Takachali, a community for the developmentally disabled. In 1985, she quit her job to become a full-time activist and community servant. is the founder of the Environmental Ambassadors Youth Employment Program, which put teens through intense classes on environmental issues and teaches them to act locally to sustain their environment. She currently runs the Girl Power after-school program, which encourages and motivates youth girls to have strong attitudes about their health and their lives. She was quoted in the Gainesville Sun in 1994 saying, "I believe I'm here for a reason. I think I was pregnant at 14 so I could be here at 40 to help other teenage mothers. I believe all my experiences have been preparing me for something else." is also manager of the Wilhelmina Johnson Resource Center, a community center in the Fifth Avenue neighborhood that serves as a resource for arts, civic organizations, and neighborhood programs. has made presentations to national and international audiences about building community-based organizations. She has addressed the Fourth World Conference on Women in Beijing in 1995 and the Rural Development Leadership Network's Rural Development Institute held at the University of California at Davis. She's done considerable work with the Rural Development Leadership Network, which promotes emerging leaders from poor rural areas. Over her years as a community activist, has served on a plethora of boards and committees that directly affect the community. She serves as part of the Black AIDS Service and Education Incorporated, which teaches AIDS awareness in African American communities. says, "Education is the key to eradicating AIDS in the African American community." She has been president of the board of Three Rivers Legal Services, a local nonprofit corporation that provides free civil legal services to low-income clients in 17 counties of North Florida. has also served on numerous boards and committees for the city of Gainesville and Alachua County. She currently serves on the Alachua County Historical Commission. She was president of Head Start Parent Council and has served on the Duval School Advisory Committee. has not gone unrecognized for her community efforts. She has received a multitude of awards and recognitions, too numerous to compile a complete list. Among her many awards, she was the recipient of the Sojourner Truth Award presented by the Gainesville Commission on the Status of Women. In 1993, she was the Gainesville Sun's Person of the Year in Arts for her work on the Fifth Avenue Arts Festival and other community activities like starting a 4-H club in the Seminary Lane apartment complex and working on a youth center project on 3rd Street. In 1996, she was declared Public Citizen of the Year by the Florida chapter of the National Association of Social Workers. Nkwanda has been a consistent force for positive change in Alachua County and relentlessly continues to assist those in need.